Welcome back to the Fox 61 News at 4 o'clock. I'm Ben Goldman alongside Jen Bernstein right now. You're looking at the view from Sky 61 over this partial building collapse in Hartford. We're following this breaking news just into our newsroom. Park Street shut down right near Putnam Street. This is in the Frog Hollow section of the capital city. We're told no one was inside of the building at the time. Luckily, no one was hurt either. Just amazing right there. People living nearby have been forced out of their homes because of the entire area. Police are saying it's just too dangerous right now. More of that building could collapse at any given moment. We do have a crew on the scene monitoring that situation, and we'll keep you updated as soon as we learn more.
That area certainly, there's a building collapse zone, and so some of the traffic in that area is diverted. But we're going to check in with traffic in general across Connecticut right now.
Yeah, Fox 61's Rachel Lutzker standing by. Hey, Rach.
Yeah, Ben and Jen, I'll get to that closure in a moment. I do want to show you this crash first. This is on the westbound side of 84. This is right through the Hartford Tunnel, and we have several cars out here. Fire department's out there, ambulance out there too. We've got a tractor trailer involved with this crash, so it's a big mess. The delays are coming in prior to 57 out of East Hartford, right across the Bulkley Bridge through the tunnel. So this is what's jamming up the westbound side. Once you get out of the tunnel, though, you're fine. Straight down through West Hartford. Everything's hung back there into the East Hartford exits. Eastbound side slowly moving. A lot of curiosity, and of course, normal volume at this hour that we're looking at those delays heading into the capital area. All right, so here's where the closure is in place here. This is Park Street, as we were telling you about that partial building collapse. The closure zone there from Zion Street to Affleck Street, so just try to avoid the area as best you can. Also getting reports of crashes here, both east and westbound sides of Route 72, all in the area of 372. So police quite busy out through that stretch, as they are here on the southbound side of Route 15 with a collision out by exit 50. Here we go. This is actually coming into Greenwich. The camera shifted just a bit here. So this is north and southbound sides of I-95. You see the activity now building up here northbound side as things are very slow moving both directions. We've also got in Norwalk out between exits 13 and 14 a tractor trailer that's stuck in the center of the highway. Northbound 95 looks good through New Haven. Southbound's the slow spot there right through Long Wharf into West Haven by 43. Ben and Jen, over to you.
Thank you so much, Rachel. Well, the lawyer for a now disgraced ex-Farmington politician speaking out about his client's alleged interaction with an underage girl.
Fox 61's Matt Caron spoke with John Landry's legal representation about what they're disputing, and he joins us now with details. Matt?
Well, Jen and Ben, I talked with H. Brian Dumere at his law office in Middletown. He's representing 42-year-old John Landry. Now, Dumere told me that contrary to what it says in this 15-page affidavit, Landry did not communicate with the victim while she was a minor.
John denies that he ever had any communication with the complainant while she was a minor.
The affidavit, which is a detective's account of the victim's statements, claims that Landry began talking to the victim in 2008 on AOL Instant Messenger when she was 12 years old. According to the victim, the relationship didn't become sexual until she was at the age of consent, with the two co-authoring a 4-page sex subscription, according to the affidavit. It's meant to keep both the girl and Landry on the same page in regarding to the sexual expectations. But the affidavit goes on to detail a rocky relationship where Landry, despite rejections, allegedly tried to convince the victim to have sex. The X factor in the investigation surrounds a Jessica Monroe, who police say contacted the victim, threatening to post nude photos of the victim if she did not continue to have sex with Landry. Investigators haven't been able to determine who Jessica Monroe is. Dumere told Fox 61 that despite speculation, it is not John Landry.
No. For anyone to suggest that John Landry and Jessica Monroe are the same person is simply irresponsible.
A judge gave Dumere more time to review DVDs of evidence to build Landry's defense.
I've gone through much of the content on the DVDs. A lot of it is technical in nature, so we're weighing what expert to bring on board regarding the technical aspects of what's on the DVDs.
Landry resigned from his political roles after being charged by Newington police with harassment and interfering. Landry's accused of leading this double life under the name Jason Davis, with a wife and 2 kids back at home. John Landry will be back in court on August 22nd. It hasn't been decided yet if he will take the stand in his own defense. In the studio, Matt Caron, Fox 61 News.
All right, Matt, thank you very much. Moving on right now, big changes coming to gun shops here in the state of Connecticut. Starting on August 3rd, gun shop owners will not be allowed to submit background checks after 5 p.m. during the week. The State Police Special Licensing Department sent out the notices that came as a surprise to some shop owners. Right now, background checks can be submitted until 7 p.m. Gun shop owners say this change is going to hurt their business.
People work 9 to 5. They get out of work at 4:30, 5 o'clock. Stop in after work.
Other gun store owners say the change is going to lead to an overload of weekend authorizations requests, which are already the busiest days of the week. A state police spokesperson says she's looking into why that change was enacted.
Well, now at 4, veterans are reacting to the fallout over a Haddam town leader taking a controversial knee. Selectman Melissa Schlag is facing criticism over kneeling during the Pledge of Allegiance. She claims it was her way of protesting President Donald Trump's policies. But some veterans in Connecticut, against her stance, are planning to show their opposition tomorrow. They're expected to cover Haddam's town green with U.S. flags. They're also planning to bring flags to next Monday's selectmen meeting.
Of course, we'll be covering that event. Here's what's coming up here on the news at 4.
It makes dentistry accessible in more than one way. It's 2 ways primarily. Number 1, it takes away the fear, and number 2, it makes the bill less.
Less scary and inexpensive. 2 words barely used when talking about going to the dentist, but lasers are now changing that. Fox 61's Tim Lammers will tell us how after the break. Stay with us.